Dear Vincent Poulingue, thank you very much for accepting this conversation. We are here today in this beautiful InterContinental Hotel in Porto. You are a very experienced manager in high-end hospitality at the InterContinental Group. Could you tell us a little bit about your rich experience in luxury hotel management, please?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me to participate to these talks. I started working in this industry about 20 years ago with a French group called Lucien Barrière, which is luxury hotel groups and casinos. Has several palaces in the best resorts around France and now over the world. During these 7 years, I learned the rigor of the luxury hotel industry, the rules, the codes of this industry, and most important, I got passionate about it. And after 7 years, I had the opportunity to join the InterContinental Group, working with them now for 11 years, and
you've been in nice places.
Yeah, going through various destinations, very outstanding destinations over my career, from French Polynesia to Paris, Geneva, and now Porto, and always in prime locations. Yeah. And InterContinental gave me this experience of international luxury hospitality.
High-end hospitality is a business where guests look for excellence. What is excellence in your opinion?
Excellence is the way to achieve outstanding results.
And is there any characteristic, any peculiarity related to InterContinental excellence?
Since InterContinental first opened in 1949, the most important thing for InterContinental was to deliver characteristic hospitality, true hospitality. Our staff have true attitude, and they are trained to deliver this service that would create lasting emotions. No matter where is the destination you're going through in InterContinental, you will always find this Granian attitude of the staff, this caring attitude of the staff that would make you feel that you're part of the family, you're important, and that will make the difference within the InterContinental Hotel over the world.
So consistency in service is of utmost importance, and it's interesting you've mentioned that.
Yeah, for me, consistency is the key element to deliver excellence.
American author Carmine Gallo said a while ago that five-star organizations create emotional connections between leaders and employees, as well as between employees and customers, and that storytelling is an essential component for creating emotions. In your experience, how does this resonate with you?
Regarding this true hospitality, this is essential to deliver the experience to the guests. And delivering this true hospitality comes from our leaders who are able to communicate this true attitude to the staff, that would be able then to cascade it to our guests. When our guests are coming to all their destinations, they're looking for an experience, they're looking for something different, and this is where we need to train our staff and get this training attitude that will bring them along their stay. So
it's interesting what you've just said. It just came to my mind, this image. In a way, a hotel leader, it's like an orchestra conductor.
True.
Because you've just said that the hotel leaders, they convey this and train their staff with this special attitude so that the staff will cascade it onto guests. And in the same way an orchestra touches and moves and really brings emotion to the audience, the orchestra gets it from the conductor, who is the leader, right?
Right, and the comparison is true. And we are getting on the stage when we are working.
That's right.
So that's the beginning of the storytelling. That's the beginning of the orchestration of the stay of the guest. And you're right by saying that the leaders are like the orchestra conductor that will give the pace, that would set the tone, and all along the day and the stay of the guest will make the pace to make it more memorable for the guest. Is true.
Excellent. Now we are in the InterContinental Porto, and I did a little bit of research, and I found out that you were voted last year Best Luxury Heritage Hotel in South Europe, and that this year you are a nominee for Europe's leading city hotel at the prestigious World Travel Awards. And last but not the least, you have won 7 times in a row the Torch Bearer at the Star Hotels Awards. And this is a prestigious award recognizing the highest service standard of excellence in luxury hospitality. The highest service standard of excellence in luxury hospitality during 7 consecutive years? Chapeau. There must be a secret.
Well, first, thank you for your congratulations.
It's really impressive.
Yeah, and I'm very proud of what is the team delivering on a day-to-day. We have a long legacy in this property of excellence and service. When it comes to last like this over 7 years, I was talking about consistency, and this is exactly where we are. The key element to obtain this consistency is training the people, mentoring also the people, yes, making sure that we deliver the right message to the right people, and they are really cared when they practice their job, mm-hmm, so that we can have this legacy of service over the people that are working with us, and we can consistently have the same delivery of excellent service.
You have a very interesting and rich experience in the French Polynesia, in Switzerland, in Paris, at the Opera, I guess it, yep, was the hotel at the Opera,
exactly,
in Paris. What do the most demanding guests look for when they expect excellence?
Sophisticated lifestyle experience.
Is there any interesting story or anecdote related to VIP guests you have encountered and you can share with us? A couple of stories?
A lot of anecdotes that I can share. That's another story. That's the principle of the luxury hotels. That's well, discretion is also something that all guests are looking for, and this is what the sophisticated people are looking for. Mm-hmm. Simplicity and discretion. For instance, remember receiving a very famous French, well, actually not French designer, working for a French company, but he's a designer.
Designer?
Couture designer, Lagerfeld, now passed away a few years ago.
Mr. Karl Lagerfeld.
Yeah, and I remember that the only important things for him was to have in his suite kind of a boudoir, so he had a place where he can relax and think. And the other thing about him is that he was requesting a lot of Coke Zero. That was the only thing that he was drinking.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola Zero. And we had to fill his minibar with Coca-Cola Zero. We need to have ice buckets in the rooms filled up with Coke Zero. And he always wanted to have Coke Zero available night and day, 24 hours. So
this is something no one would imagine.
And yeah, we've got other guest demand that are a little bit unusual, like this young prince, Arabic prince, who came to the hotel, and he wanted to surprise and welcome his girlfriend in the hotel, and he asked us to make a carpet of rose petal from the moment his girlfriend would put a step out of the car until the moment she would reach the room. So we had to do this way of petal roses.
It's sort of a Hollywood scene.
Kind of, and he requested to have ladies who would throw the petals before she would walk through the pathway, the rose petaled carpet. And we had the instructions not to look at her, so we had to keep the eyes down. Everyone
had to look down. Yes,
and that was a special moment.
I'm a hotel passionate. I guess I told you. The other day I was talking to a friend, and we were discussing hotels, and then he told me the InterContinental is the typical hotel for ambassadors and diplomats. And how true is this?
This is part of the story of the InterContinental hotels. We are one of the first international luxury hotel brand back in, as I was saying, 1949. And it started at a time in destination where there was not that much large international hotels like Latin America, then moved to Eastern countries, Middle East, and it's true that our hotels were oftenly used by international diplomats to meet, to stay. They had the insurance to arrive in these hotels and get the proper service that they would require. And we have a story of history of hosting most of the biggest diplomatic events over the world. And back in the time in the 80s, this is where Gorbachev and Reagan meet at the time. That was InterContinental Geneva, and that was creating part of the history of this hotel. And there is also kind of speculations around it, because the origin of the brand of the hotels is through a meeting between Roosevelt and Joan Tripe, the founder, or was the CEO of the Pan American at the time. And in a breakfast at the White House, the two guys were trying to find solutions to make businessmen travel and bring dollars over the world. And that's how the company started in Latin America, in Brazil at the time, in Belém, in 1949. And the legend says that at the time, the general managers of these hotels were members of the CIA, trying to get information for the US government. So that's part of the legend. That probably gave the spirits of this word of diplomats, ambassadors, and eventually spies. We were very well located in key cities and key districts, and we were most of the time located close to the international institutions like embassies and ministries and so on. So it's true that we had this relationship with this type of clients.
Okay. Now we're talking about excellence, and environmental sustainability is an increasing concern in business, and it's almost a moral obligation, and it's becoming a sign of brand excellence. Do you share this concern, and what is the InterContinental doing in this regard?
This has been a key element of the strategy of the company for many years now. When I joined the company back more than 10 years ago, we already had in place a program that is called Green Engage, and it's deliver the social responsibility of the company towards the environment. And when we're talking about environment within InterContinental, it's not just about the nature, it's the holistic environment. So we're talking about, of course, how we manage our energies, how we manage our waste, how we manage our impact on the environment by our buildings, by our implementations, but also what is our impact on the populations, on the community, how we would help to develop the people, to help them to access better standards of living, better ways of working, education. And this is part of our DNA.
It goes beyond and covers social responsibility
as well.
This is
taking
care of the local communities where you are, educate them and improve their life standards.
Yeah, we have a policy of reducing as much as possible the non-reusable plastic elements within our company. So 3 years ago, we decided to ban the plastic straws, which has a massive impact on the environment and especially on the animals. We are now under the process of reducing the single-use amenities. We're trying to get to plastic-free hotels. And of course, we are trying to find alternative when it comes to energy consumptions and reduction of our carbon footprint on the planet.
Vincent, excellence in hospitality needs a lot of creativity and differentiation in order to surprise guests. And guests who normally have high expectations. So how do you see the role of innovation in order to develop excellence in hospitality?
If we look at what happened during the last months, all this phenomenon has been accelerated regarding adding technology and innovations within our world of luxury hotels. It's true that it is a need for the guests right now, and we are working hard, and we've been working hard for years around it. Try to increase the access, simplify the access to the journey of the guest. We call it a touch-free journey now, and we try to integrate more and more technology to facilitate the check-in, to facilitate the access to the room. For instance, having no key cards to get in the rooms, but having everything integrated in the smartphones of the guests. So that journey of the guests, anticipate their needs, anticipate the check-in, to reduce the time when they arrive, to make them enjoy more their experience, make it's very smooth and easy to access. So that's part of the innovation within our industry. Also, we have this instant chat services that allows the guests to have an instant service, instant concierge whenever they want, have a 24 hours contact with someone within the hotel that would help them to find out whatever they would need to help them to book a place, to find their directions, to request for extra towels in the rooms. So that's part of the evolutions that we are bringing through technology.
Down to the final question, Vincent Poulingue, what is your luxury?
Very few luxuries, but probably my only luxury is time.
I can imagine.
Yeah, time is rare for me, and because as we are dedicating a lot of time to our guests and to our people, it doesn't really leave us much time for ourselves. So yeah, time is my only luxury, having time to spend with my wife and my
time
kids.
For yourself and your family.
Yeah, and for myself as well. Yeah, it's true. It's also important to reconnect with yourself on a regular basis and have time to to meditate on what you're doing.
Any particular hobby you have that you enjoy?
Actually, I discovered a new hobby when I arrived in Portugal. Started surfing.
Oh.
And one of my luxury, I must say, is to go and watch the sunrise.
The sunrise
on my board in Matosinhos at around 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah,
quite nice. Sunrise and surf.
Sunrise on surfing. That's a real luxury today.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a real luxury.
That's a real luxury. Vincent Poulingue, thank you very much for this conversation.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to share with you those moments.
Thank you.
Thank you.